it was a wild weekend. I remember all of it very, very vividly. And, qualifying, we got into Q3 and, the rain was coming quite a bit, but I was like, I think I want to have a crack on intermediates. And I think I was the only driver to put inters on and, had pole for a few seconds. And, it's probably the first time ever in a race car I've actually heard the crowd, from inside the helmet. But yeah, there was like a calmness and a confidence there that is bizarre, especially at a home race, when it's kind of the most chaotic one for any driver. I remember Simon coming on the radio and having a little giggle, and I don't know, it was weird. I was so, and maybe by this point as well, I truly got that belief inside myself, but I was kind of very calm through it all. And I think because I'd got to that point, let's say mentally in my head, where I was like, I do belong here. I can do this with a top team, and I can, go up to Seb. So yeah, even I remember through the race, like the radio chat, it was just kind of chill. And I kind of also wanted to, I guess I deliberately tried to be chill so that I showed the team that I was in control, and I was like, this isn't too much for me. Like I can do this. So anyway, and then the cool down lap, yeah, I remember going through turn 9, the crowd on the hill, and then even the last corner of the last lap, through the right hander, just everyone was up, and it was cool. It was cool. Yeah, I loved that whole feeling. It was wild. I think internally there was some celebrating inside me, because I knew what I'd achieved on that weekend. I knew I'd kind of ticked the box to myself that, okay, I can do this. I can race at the front. But yeah, I remember I had a lot of mates there, and we'd kind of organised a bit of a few drinks in the hotel room. And I remember like the bathtub was full of ice and drinks, but it wasn't really the atmosphere to go and, yeah, because actually it was when I got to the room, when everyone was there, I got the call from Jonathan Wheatley telling me what I knew was coming, but he confirmed it. So there was a few hugs and whatever, but it was pretty mellow, unfortunately. So yeah, but I think what cheered me up is, I'm sure they won't mind me saying this, well, it puts them in good light. I think the day after, I think it was Christian called me and said, look, we'll still pay you your podium bonus. So that was nice. So that softened the blow a little bit. That was like my first, I guess, real paycheck in the sport. So I was quite happy.